Κεράκια Μαρούν, Ελήφθη, Ελευσίνα, Τανάγρα.
Αφήσουμε επίθεση Ελευσίνα, ευχαριστώ πολύ.
011 Roger Tower, 136-275, γεια σας.
Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to Squawking 1200. Everything should be up and running. That's good. That's good. Chatty chat's on. Alright. Trying a couple different things today. Alright, looks like we're ready to roll. Today we are doing a tour of Thanksgiving. Why is that one running in the background? I don't know.
Epic 161 Tower 136275, yes sir.
136-275, yes sir.
Alright. Welcome to the channel. Gonna get out of our aircraft here. We're gonna get out. We got this thing right here that we don't really need. So we're gonna hopefully this thing will walk. Simulate walk. Here we go. Flying in the Airfoil Lab, Cessna 172.
AGR 1040 right heading 360 clear LA03 left report established on the localizer.
Pull. It's not letting me push. That's weird. Start a new flight. Hopefully you guys didn't see where we were. Anybody that joins the chat, let me know how the background chatter is. Camera. Go out.
Pioneer 3 Alpha Mike further left heading 070 clear LA03 left report established on the localizer.
Alright, try to connect this thing again. I don't think we need pushback on a Cessna, but apparently, oh I know, yeah, this is like Cessna 101. Go in. Go out. Yeah, despite my best efforts, dragging a Cessna with the brake on is still not a good thing. Say, don't hit that thing. Alright. And let's look at our aircraft, do a little walk around in case anybody's not familiar with the Airfoil Labs 172. Got a bunch of clickable spots here. We'll probably crash the program. Go up here. Check our fuel. Check it again. 16%. We're going to need to refuel this aircraft for today. I don't know if there's a way down. Alright, so let's see if we hit this. Camera.
There we go.
So we check that. And inspect the aircraft, just do a quick walk around. So you got a lot of clickable regions.
Negative for the time, sir.
Let's see if this works here. Check the tires. You can open up the doors from this side.
3 Alpha Mike, Roger, 14 miles
It's a really pretty aircraft.
15275, yes, sir.
152.75.
You can check the tail section here. And actually check free of movement, check the rudder hinges, check the rudder cables, check the cabling. Good. Check our lighting, but the aircraft's off. So the first leg, if anybody's guessed where we're at, we're doing a tour of Thanksgiving. So you know, usually when you go to like grandma's house, especially if they're Greek or Italian, one of the Thanksgiving items that's always out is some olives. So we're going to start today's flight in, loaded up there. If you haven't guessed by the accent in the chat, we are situated in Athens. So we're just going to do a quick tour of Athens for our appetizer. So let's get the fuel load situated. Hey Datraflon, how are you? Welcome to the chat. We're doing a Thanksgiving tour in flight simulation. Edit weight and balance. We're going to fuel up the bird. Thanksgiving puns are welcome today. We are situated in our appetizer section. Greek olives. We are in Athens. We're just going to do a kind of a quick casual flight around. And then we're going to move into some of the side dishes. Beacon light on, fuel pump on. Prime the engine, crack the throttle, count to 5, 1, 2, 3. It's probably about right. That's weird. Got no juice. That's a failure. Maintenance.
Avian 5 Lima Charlie χαίρετε. Proceed as clear vector in a Zulu 21 right.
That's weird that it wouldn't do it with the alternator on. Alright.
3221 right, heading 350.
There we go.
Flight level 110.
Park brake back on. Alternator on. Radios on. We'll get the Athens ATIS in our pilot to ATC. Get the weather. Weather looks pretty dang nice. I have installed the NOAA plugin, the NOAA plugin from the .org. So it's activated. We're using actual real-world, real-time weather. We have the real-time set in the sim to match, so we have clear conditions. We are also listening to live air traffic control from Athens in the background. Hopefully you guys are picking that up. So it's going to be a little, could be a little bit, little crosstalk here. Frequencies, LGAV ATIS. Let's see what the Athens weather is.
Athens INTL Airport Eleftherios Venizelos Information Quebec. 900 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 6. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 16.
209, due to vector in area, expect further descent after 4 miles.
Arriving runways 21 left.
Aegean 5 Lima
21
Charlie,
right.
descend flight level
Departing runways
160.
21 left. 21 right. Advise on initial contact, you have Quebec.
So let's see, I'm going to update the weather in the sim right now and see if that updates.
Athens INTL Airport Eleftherios Venizelos Information Quebec.
Emirates 209,
900 Zulu
descend
weather.
now 4,000 feet.
Wind 160 at 6. Visibility more than 10.
Getting kind of a mismatch.
28,
Temperature
descend
16.
7,000 feet.
-7. Altimeter 3009. Arriving runways 21 left. 21 right. Departing runways 21
Aegean
left.
28,
21
turn
right.
left, heading
Advise on initial
050.
contact, you
Weather.
have Quebec.
So it says it at 160, where the NOAA has it at 332. How do we solve that?
Descend 3,000 feet. Aegean 28, continue further left, heading 350.
I'm going to change the time a little bit. I'm going to go for an early.
Athens INTL Airport Eleftherios Venizelos Information Kilo. 400 Zulu weather.
Emirates 209, present heading clear, LS approach runway 21 right, report established on the
Sky
localizer.
clear. Temperature 16. Dew point -7. Altimeter 3009. Arriving runways 21 left. 21 right. Departing runways 21 left. 21 right. Advise on initial contact, you have Kilo.
Aegean 28, descend 5,000 feet. Aegean 28, speed 210 knots, preceding traffic,
Athens
we are going to
INTL
follow
Airport
heavy.
Eleftherios Venizelos Information Kilo. 400 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 6. Visibility more than
Agreed,
10.
2201, crossing traffic, stand by for lower.
-7. Altimeter 3009. Arriving runways 21 left.
Aegean
I'm gonna try
28,
this.
left,
Departing
heading
runways 21
310.
left. 21 right. Advise on initial contact, you have Kilo.
The route weather folder.
GPS 208
And 5
Delta, New
Lima
York
Charlie, descend flight level
128.55.
120.
I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. And see if it's.
Athens INTL Airport Eleftherios Venizelos Information Kilo. 400 Zulu weather. Wind
Agreed,
160 at
221,
6.
in order to
Visibility
get
more than 10.
lower, turn left,
Sky clear.
heading
Temperature
320, and then you have to turn again
-7.
It
right.
has it
Altimeter 3009.
at the very
Arriving
beginning.
Runways 21 left. 21 right. Departing runways 21 left. 21 right.
209, copy.
Gonna
Clear, LS approach,
let this thing
position,
count
15
up.
miles final. Maximum speed you are able to keep for the next 5 miles. Thank you, Emirates 209. Aegean 28, descend 4,000 feet,
Athens
speed
INTL
180
Airport
knots.
Eleftherios Venizelos Information Kilo. 400 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 6. Visibility
Aegean
more
28,
than
turn
10.
left, heading 240, clear LS 21 right, the head preceding traffic 8 miles ahead.
Altimeter 3009. Arriving runways 21 left. 21 right. Departing runways 21
Grid
left.
221, descend
21 right.
7,000 feet, QNH
Advise on
1019.
initial contact, you have Kilo.
Grid 221 right, heading 340.
Athens INTL Airport Eleftherios
Aegean 5 Lima
Venizelos
Charlie, present
Information
heading
Kilo.
7,000 feet,
400
1019.
Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 6. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear.
Emirates
Temperature
209,
16. Dew point -7.
contact now
Altimeter
tower 13625, thank you for the cooperation.
Arriving runways 21 left. 21 right. Departing runways 21 left, 21 right. Advise on initial contact you have Kilo.
I'm gonna leave it on that,
28, descend 3,000 feet.
and then we'll figure it out. Something new. I'm gonna go with the
Athens INTL Airport Eleftherios Venizelos Information Kilo. 400 Zulu weather. Wind 160 at 6.
Libica 247 χαίρετε,
Okay,
right,
it has it
300, vector in Zulu,
correct
runway 21
here.
right, report when ready for descent.
Altimeter 3009.
Right.
Arriving runways 21 left.
221, descend 3,000
Let's get some
feet.
taxi information.
21 left. 21 right.
Again,
Advise on initial
28,
contact you have Kilo.
heavy drops now 8 miles.
Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to taxi.
Confirm, sir, clear, LS approach
Cessna
21
12
right.
Bravo taxi to runway 21 right via taxiways Yankee 2, Charlie, Kilo, Alpha 13, Alpha 14. Hold short runway 21 right.
Taxi to runway 21 right via taxiways Yankee 2 Charlie Kilo Alpha 13 Alpha 14 hold short runway 21 right Cessna 12 Bravo.
Again, 5 Lima Charlie, 10 degrees to the left.
Romeo, runway 33, line up and wait, traffic lands, runway 6.
Line up and wait, 33, energy 60 Romeo.
So Yankee 2.
Tropical hold position on runway 6.
3221, left heading 240,
Fairways
clear,
164,
LS
bound
21
to Tower,
right,
runway
report
6, line
establish
up
on
and
the
wait, traffic
localizer.
runway 33.
To Charlie.
Fairwings 164,
Again,
bound to Tower, runway 6,
Tower,
line up and wait, traffic
136
runway
yes, sir.
33.
Roger, Fairwings 161, line up and wait, runway 06.
Number 1 Mike Charlie, turn right on hotel, contact ground port.
Ground hotel, 0, Charlie arrival, iteration, Delta Volt.
Kilo.
Romeo, wind 3503, line runway heading, runway 33,
Zulu, runway 21
Oh, I forgot to activate
080,
world traffic. We don't want crazy amount of traffic density. Hang on.
Brickyard 47 traffic will hold in position.
Roger.
There's wing 161, turn right, heading 095, runway 6.
And we have some ground routes generated.
Runway 6, heading 095,
Excuse me.
Fairway 161.
Alright.
Number 60 Romeo, contact partner.
Over to departure 60 Romeo.
I don't know why my orientation is messed up. Hang on.
Gian 5 Lima Charlie, number 4 for landing, stand by, continue descend now
That's
to
why my
4000
orientation's
feet.
messed up. I'm going the wrong way. Fast taxi, gotta slow down. If the air traffic control gets a little crazy, let me know. I can shut off the live air traffic. Taxi light on.
221 Roger, Tower 136275, yes sir.
So I might not be able to do all my legs this morning. Might not be able to complete the full meal, but we're going to do our best.
GM5 Lima, Charlie, left, heading 250, 3000 feet clear, LS21 right, report established.
Huh? Pretty scenery. There goes somebody, some vacationers.
8000 feet, QNH 1019.
Cessna 12 Bravo, contact tower on 118.62.
Tower on 118.62, Cessna 12 Bravo.
Taxi via Charlie, cross runway 1.
Alright, let's have Charlie cross on
I've had some coffee, so the milk is killing. Alright, back again. 118.62.
Olympic 5 Lima Charlie, reduce speed 180 knots, still number 3 for landing.
Cessna 12
now,
Bravo, holding short
number
21
2
right, ready for
is,
departure.
7 miles ahead, ground speed 140.
Cessna
Gotta flip.
12 Bravo, contact tower on 118.62. Have a nice flight.
Gotta flip.
On 118.62 Cessna 12 Bravo.
Cessna 12 Bravo, holding short 21 right, ready for departure.
Juliet, Golf, Quebec, Herete, left, heading 090, vector in Ale Zulu, runway 21 right.
Cessna 12 Bravo, winds are 160 at 6 knots, altimeter 3009, cleared for takeoff. Runway 21 right, squawk 1200.
Worldwide 20.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 21 right.
Alright, let's go fly around. Let's go see if we can find some, throwing some visibility.
Contact Boston approach 124.4.
Mixture up. Got a little left-hand wind here. I didn't do my heading. I'll take care of that in a second once we get off. Whoa, a little squirrely. And rotate. We're heading 213.
Hotel Bravo, Juliet, Golf, Quebec, about at least 80, sir, 80 miles.
This thing's a pain. $210. We need 224 out of this thing. 220. Alright, there we go. So, not familiar with the area. Let's see, I'm going to pop on my airplane. So I think what I want to do, I think I'm going to go south and then fly around the ocean here. So I'm going to go bank left after this.
Diner 57 Mike Tango, descent flight level 150.
Descent flight level 150, Ryder, 7 Mike Tango.
Big 247, descent 6,000 feet, 1019.
Hey GT, welcome to the chat. I'm doing a Thanksgiving themed morning. Starting off with the appetizer course for Thanksgiving, starting off with olives. So we have just departed Athens, Greece.
Essentially the same weather.
Liner 7 Mike Tango, descent flight level 130.
Don't really have any
130, Ryder, 7 Mike Tango.
any super plan. We're just going to go through appetizers, then we're going to go through some side dishes, then we're going to hit up the main course, we're going to hit up a beverage, and then we're going to hit up a dessert. And the dessert will not be pie. We're flying the Airfoil Labs Cessna 172. We have World Traffic 3 on. We have Pilot to ATC. We're using X-Plane Realistic. So we have a lot of stuff cranked up here. Never flown in Greece. I downloaded custom ortho for today.
Saturation 5, Papa X-ray, reduced speed 210.
Olympic 247, descent.
Yeah, you can really feel that wind kind of jacking the plane around. kind of a free flight. Let's see if we can find some airports here. We got an airport to our north, it looks like. We're going to go to that one. We're going to hit the, we're going to follow the shoreline, and then we're going to land at the next airport up on the right. We'll probably level off at 3,000 here. And 9, 8, altitude hold.
Approaching level 130 right next door.
And 7 Mike Tango, descent flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110 right next 7 Mike Tango.
7 Mike Tango, lower after 8 miles.
So far, I think the scenery's kind of neat. I've never been to Greece, so didn't really know what to expect. I used the Bing source.
831 approach.
Alright, frequency change approved. This airport,
Frequency change approved.
don't stay centered, is LGEL.
About 5 to 7 miles and then reverse course.
India Fox Mike 07 here, left heading 100, vector in Zulu 21 right.
So let's see, we're going to hit the heading bug. Bank to the north.
Olympic 247, descend 3,000 feet.
Charlie Pop, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 2991. We'll work on a short cut, it'll probably be Norwich, so.
And 7 Mike Tango, descend 9,000 feet, QNH 1019er.
Descent 9,000 feet, unit 1019er, Ryanair, 7 Mike Tango.
Hotel Bravo Juliet Golf Quebec, descent altitude
Talk to
9,000
approach
feet,
here.
QNH 1019er.
Descent 9,000 feet, unit 1019er, Hotel Quebec.
And 7 Mike Tango, descend 7,000 feet.
Descent 7,000
Excuse me?
Ryanair, 7 Mike Tango.
That's wrong. Some of it is we don't have a VFR flight plan entered in the pilot to ATC, so maybe flight following will not be good. Approach. Inbound, let's see, we'll get the radar vectors for straight into come on. Flip. Why won't that switch? 1, 2, 1, 4. Okay. Let's try that. Alright. Request a visual.
Cessna 12 Bravo inbound at 3,000 feet for landing on the active.
7 Mike Tango, left heading 030, descend 5,000 feet.
Cessna 12 Bravo, good morning. Squawk
It's stuck in me.
1200, expect
Del Bravo
runway
Juliet
21 right,
Golf
expect to enter on the
Quebec,
right
left
downwind
heading
to runway
030,
21
descend
Imperial
7,000
Spanish
feet,
International.
1019er.
Pattern altitude
That's
is
not what we want.
1,300 feet, climb and maintain 3,300
So we're going to fix that in a
feet.
second. We want LGEL. Set all the... Then maybe we have to do it when we get closer. So let's see, we're going to rotate up a little bit to the north here. Olive Farm. Right there. That's our appetizers.
Olympic 247, left heading 250, clear LS 2 on the right, report established on the localizer. And 7 Mike Tango, left heading 3 160, descend 3,000 feet.
Probably want to. Just going to follow the shoreline right here.
Hotel Bravo Juliet.
Should come to a narrow opening.
5,000 feet to 1019er.
And that should put us directly in line with the runway. We have in the background live air traffic control from Athens.
150, and then copy the lösning för bäcken till Volkswagen.
LG.
Roger Tower 136275, yes sir.
That seemed like it switched. Let's see what it says.
Cessna 12 Bravo inbound at 3,000 feet for landing on the active.
No problem, sir.
Cessna 12 Bravo, good morning.
Ryanair, correction, Hotel Bravo, Juliet, Golf,
I don't think there's a runway 21 here.
4,000 feet.
Info. Yeah, it's 3, 6, and 18. Let's talk to Tower and see what they say. Just gonna crank this thing over to north.
Shall before Bravo Mike, right, 10 degrees, descent at level 160, vectoring early Zulu to one right. Ryanair 7 Mike Tango, then left, heading 340,
That's
descent to
probably
2,500 feet.
Opening that I want to go in. So I really want to go to 3-3.
Hotel Bravo Juliet Golf Quebec, then left, heading 345, descent 3,000 feet.
Wonder what the issue is. Go with the VFR pattern entry.
Ryanair 7 Mike Tango, left.
We got a little time to figure it out. We could still be out of range. LGEL approach.
India Fox Mike 07, descent at level 130.
130, India Fox Mike 07.
Olympica 4 Bravo
It only has it as LGAV. That's alright, it's a tour of Europe. It's Thanksgiving tour. We're looking for some finger food, some snacks, some olives. We are in Greece. Looks a little bit hazy this morning. Plenty of fuel, temperature looks good, amps good. EGT, probably lean the engine a tiny bit. See how that goes. We can shut off the landing light. 2200. And altitude hold at 3,000.
Ariana 7 Mike Tango established. And 7 Mike Tango contact tower 136-275 goodbye. Answer 3 Kilo Papa, continue present heading, continue descent to 9,000 feet, unit 1019er, vectoring for LS will approach runway 21 right.
Cessna 12 Bravo, good morning. Squawk 1200 expect to enter on
Yeah,
right
still
down
wants us to land on 21 right. That is not
down
correct. Alright, gonna have a sip of coffee here, hang on. Alright. The coffee's really good today. A lot of times you get some graphics questions. These are my current settings. I'm using a GTX 1080 card with a 6700K processor slightly overclocked. I want to check the world traffic radar and see if there's any, how many K, let's see, LGEL. Airport. Alright, this is us. We're coming into this airport. There's lots of activity around here. Lots of jet traffic. Alright, so I'm going to airport's in sight. Going to disengage the autopilot.
Continue present heading, continue descent at level 130, vectoring for LS will approach runway 21 right.
We got some wind that we're dealing with here today. I have the somewhat newer yoke settings from Glaswegian Aviator. I'm trying his settings. I think I was being a little too conservative on the sensitivities.
Yes, GN6 Charlie November, turn left, heading 090, descent at level 170, vectoring for LS will approach runway 21 right.
Left heading 090, descent flight level 170, vectoring ILS 21 right, GN6 Charlie November.
Not a nice approach, just gotta kill some of this power. Yikes. Nice 500 feet descent. We got the straight in. Maybe we'll do one more little lap of grease here. Gonna try to get through Thanksgiving in the next couple of hours. Anybody have a guess on where we're going next? I'm gonna have to remember, let's see. Let's see, below 110 we can hit our first notch of flaps. Here comes the balloon. Papulites has us way high, which I pretty much feel like I concur with that. Worst thing we do a little go around. Trim up the aircraft a tiny bit. Trim up the aircraft a bunch more. There we go. Almost ready for a second notch of flaps. At 80 we can take the second notch of flaps here. Retrim the aircraft. I'm gonna go with like 600 feet a minute and see if that puts us in there. See, the wind was at 160, so I think we're landing in the wrong direction. But we couldn't get any couldn't reach anybody at this airport. We have good speed.
Level 140, vectoring for LA Zulu approach, runway 21 right.
Okay, on the heading, descending level 140, vector 21 right at Diana 849.
LGLE. Oh, the winds are at 200. So they're coming from our back left. What we're going to do, we're going to take the pattern. We're going to enter on a left downwind.
Runner 3 Kilo Papa to right, heading 230, clear to intercept localizer, runway 21 right.
I'm going to raise up the flaps.
ATN 849er, continue descent to 9,000 feet, units 1019er.
10100, descending altitude 9,000 feet, it's on 849.
Leaving for Bravo Mike, continue descent to 8,000 feet.
So far I'm pretty excited about the Greece scenery. Everything loaded fine. I set ortho to run last night, so I kind of set it and forget it, so to speak, and bam, we wake up, we got nice scenery. Zoom level 16. I'm quickly filling up my 3 terabyte hard drive. Alright, we are on a left downwind.
Media folks, Mike 07, turn left, heading 250, descent 2,500 feet, clear the left, 1 right, report established.
Expect to enter on a right downwind
So
for
not
runway
right.
21 right Cessna 12 Bravo.
ATN 849, start reducing your speed, 240, continue present heading across the localizer.
Cessna 12 Bravo inbound at 1,400 feet for landing on the active.
Astra 236, turn
Cessna
left, heading
12 Bravo
150.
squawk 1200.
Yeah,
Expect
that's-
to enter on a right downwind for runway 21
As we
right.
determined earlier, this runway airport I'm going to try the file of flight plan next time. See if we can get a little bit more accurate. There's a couple of like little olive groves, some personal olive farming back here. Making their own Thanksgiving appetizers. This is every bit of 6 knots. Let's see, extended center line. I'm gonna call that green thing over there. So I'm gonna take a left at this white spot right in front of us. Left at that, and left onto the runway. Excuse me.
Yes, Sevier 62 Juliet, continue present heading, descent to level 170, vectoring for LA Zulu approach, runway 21 right.
Present heading, descending 170, vectoring for LA Zulu, 21 right, yes, Sevier 62 Juliet.
Astra 236, turn left, heading 130.
Left heading 130, Astra 236.
ATN 849, descent to 8,000 feet.
Scenery load right there.
Leaving for Bravo Mike, continue descent to 4,000 feet.
Follow the power lines. Find that green stuff right there.
Level 120.
Below 80. We'll increase the power. Pop in the second notch of flaps.
Approaching Ablon, confirm any speed restriction.
Sevier 62 Juliet, negative for the time.
I don't know, I think I should do real weather for the whole thing. Could get pretty crazy.
3000 clear, let's for right, ran low papa.
849 to right, heading 200.
And that should be about our...
Only before Bravo Max, turn left, heading 330. Astra 236, descent to flight level 110.
Descent 110, Astra 236.
Cessna 12 Bravo in a short final. Lima Golf Echo Lima.
Adrian 6 Charlie November, descent to flight level 130.
Descent flight level 130, Adrian 6 Charlie November.
Nice. Nice looking
Adrian,
train and
8
traffic
descent
down there.
7,000 feet.
7,000 feet.
Let's see, below 80.
762 Juliet, further descent.
Said it was at 2-0.
Compression heading, descent to flight level 150.
Compression heading, continue descent, flight level 150, 762 Juliet.
Yeah, you can really feel that
Astra 236, descent to 9,000 feet, unit 1019er.
Descent 9,000, 1019, Astra 236.
do a little crosswind
Bravo Mike, left getting 300,
connection, scenery load. Drop that right wing.
Net 3 Kilo Papa established. Kilo Papa Tower 136275, goodbye.
6275, goodbye, Ryanair, Kilo Papa.
Astra 236, turn left, heading 080.
Left heading 080, Astra 236.
Alright, looking
Heading
good.
for 9 right, heading 270,
Flaring.
descent 5,000 feet. 262
Alright, that's our first landing of the day. Picking up a load of olives for our Thanksgiving dinner.
Adrian 6 Charlie November, expect lower after 5 miles, reduce your
Alright,
speed
let's
to
find a spot to exit the runway here.
Before Bravo Mike, left heading 250.
Alright, the next stop on our tour, once we get situated, I'm going to restart the sim. I'm going to try to find some, continue with the live air traffic control.
Continue descent 7,000 feet.
Continue 7,000.
Sounds like a jet.
Only the 335, descent to flight level 100.
There's no, just like pit road right here. Alright, we'll pull into the pits.
Astra 236, turn left, heading 050.
Alright,
050.
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna,
Only before Bravo Mike, report speed.
avionics off. Power off.
Orbit for Bravo Mike.
Strobes.
Gian 849, reduce further speed 19.
Alright, set the parking brake. We're gonna reset our flight. I'm just gonna try to find some
Adrian 6 Charlie November, turn left, heading 040.
air traffic control here. Gotta find the right tab.
Adrian 849, turn left, heading 250, clear the left, 2 right, report established. Only before Bravo Mike, contact tower 136275, goodbye. Astra 236, turn left, heading 010, descend 4,000 feet.
Descent 4,000, heading left 010,
Adrian 6 Charlie November, further left, heading 020, descend 9,000 feet, unit 1019er.
Alright, still looking.
And left heading 110, stand by for lower.
Left heading 110, we have speed 250.
Only Victoria 35, turn left, heading 340. Astra 236, further left, heading 340, descend 3,000 feet. Adrian 6 Charlie November, continue descent to 5,000 feet. SIBR 62 Juliet and left heading 080.
Left heading 080, so the 62 Juliet.
Still looking. Bear with me.
Olympic 335, descent to 8,000 feet, QNH 1019. Adrian 849 established. 849, reduce further speed 170 knots or less, contact tower 136275. 20, descent to 7,000 feet.
D-Mega parameter 210 passing 245, descending 170.
Yankee Emirates 210, continue present heading, continue descent to flight level 150, vectoring for LSU approach runway 21 right.
Alice 21 right, descend 150, present heading, Emirates 210.
Astra 236 and left heading 250, clear the left 21 right, report established.
Left heading 250,
It's funny, these aren't in alphabetical order.
SIBR
This
62
site that I'm
Juliet, descent
looking.
to flight level 110.
7.110, 62 Juliet.
Getting to the bottom of the list.
Adrian 6 Charlie November, turn left, heading 360.
Alright, so let's go get our beverage of the day. We're going to leave the air traffic control on Greece. We're going to spawn into, I'm not sure what the airport ICOA is. I got a million tabs opened up today. Hey, yeah, thank you for stopping by the channel. Alright, Sky Vector.
Adrian 6 Charlie November, turn left heading 340.
Alright, we're gonna find this the quote unquote the hard way.
Increase speed for next 7 miles is stable and contact tower now 136275 yes.
16275, yes.
Olympic 335 descent 5,000 feet. SIBR 62 Juliet and left heading 050.
Alright, here we go.
Emirates 210,
Let's
descent
see.
to flight level 130.
Look away from your monitor.
130, Emirates 210.
And change locations. We are going to go to our beverage of choice. Don't look, don't look. Start new flight. Don't look, don't look. Alright, I think you can look and then you guys can probably guess.
SIBR 62 Juliet and left heading 020. Adrian 6 Charlie November, turn left heading 250, clear the left 1 right, report established. Olympic 335, descent 4,000 feet. SIBR 62 Juliet, descent to 7,000 feet, speed 230 now.
Hey, Carmiser, welcome to the channel. I'm doing a Thanksgiving tour of the world.
210, reduce your speed 260 now.
So we started off with the appetizer. You know, you go to a lot of places like in the United States.
335, speed 220.
Go to your grandparents' house. They have like nuts and like olive trays. So we started off our tour this morning in Greece. Next up, we are at our beverage of choice. Carmiser, how are you? So our beverage of choice today, we're going to start our next flight in Munich. We're going to go with some beer, some brewskis. So let's start this up. We're in the airfoil lab, Cessna 172. Fuel pump on. Full fuel flow, that's good. Give it a second. This usually works. I don't know why I'm getting a weird hesitation in the start today. I don't think the battery's dead. Oh, the starter's dead. We busted the starter. No wonder why. Alright, we're going to give that another go. Just fix that. Alright, fire that up. Alternator on. We're using pilot to ATC, so you're going to hear multiple chatting. If it gets to be really annoying, let me know. I can turn off the background chat. So we're going to reconnect here. We're going to reconnect in Munich. I think this looks like some complicated taxi instructions.
Sierra X-ray Echo Charlie India, turn left, heading 080, descend flight level 150, vectoring for LSU approach runway 260 at 10.
Left 080,
Visibility more than 10.
level 150,
Sky conditions 8,900 broken.
762, turn left, heading 250, descend 4000, clear the left 200 right, report
Altimeter
established.
2994. Arriving runway 26 right.
Alright, so we're going to get, we're just going to say ready to taxi. So I think we're on, oh, dang, wrong button. EDDM ground. Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to taxi.
Nuenken Franz Joseph Strauss Information Lima.
Cessna 12 Bravo taxi to runway 26 left via taxiways Oscar 1, Charlie 4, Sierra 6, Sierra, Bravo 13, Tango.
Getting better at
Bravo
copying
14,
my
hold
instructions.
short runway 26 left.
Loser. Oh my god. Can't believe I did that.
Center 926 Juliet Romeo, runway 3.
Emirates 10, turn left, heading 020.
Alright. Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to taxi.
Center 926 Juliet Romeo, runway 33.
Let's see if I can stop screwing that up.
Echo Charlie India, turn left, heading 060.
Cessna 12 Bravo taxi to runway 26 left via taxiways Oscar 1, Charlie 4, Sierra 6, Sierra, Bravo 13, Tango, Bravo 14, hold short runway 26
Wow, this is
left.
Taxi to runway 26 left via taxiways Oscar 1 Charlie
Wow,
4
that's a
Sierra
lot of
6
taxi
Sierra
instructions.
Bravo
This is a big
13
airport.
Tango Bravo 14 hold
So we're going to
short
do a taxi
runway
light on.
26 left,
We're
Cessna
going to throw on some
12
visibility.
Line up and wait, 33, energy 60.
One thing I want to do, I'm going to world traffic flight setup. Does anybody know a destination airport around here? Airport. Mossberg, that looks good. I can't see the ICOA. EDPI. I'm going to try this. EDPI. Create flights.
Sierra X-ray Echo Charlie India, descend flight level 130.
Descending 130,
runway 6, line up away, traffic departs, runway 33.
Generate the routes.
161, line up and wait, runway 06.
Whoa, a lot of routes there. This might slow down the,
Contact ground point 9.
Right on hotel underground, 461.
this may slow down our flight getting out here. I have this traffic way down low, too. This must be a busy airport, to say the least.
Emirates 210, left heading 345, descend 4,000 feet.
Brickyard 47 traffic will hold in position.
Roger.
Wings 161, turn right, heading 0.
That's where we're going to go. We're going to go to EDPI once we get this thing rolling. The first time that you load World Traffic 3, it loads up the air traffic, but the generating of the routes takes quite a bit of time the first time. Even though I have that thing set, in my opinion, pretty low. I don't have it raked out really far as distance. So we're just going to have to wait a couple minutes here. If you haven't been to the channel before, typically I fly general aviation aircraft. Actually, I fly currently exclusively general aviation aircraft. I've bounced back between the Airfoil Lab Cessna 172, considering getting the Reality expansion pack for the X-Plane Default 172. I also fly a Piper Tri-Pacer. Those have been my two favorites. So we here in the channel we have in the background we're listening to Athens Greece Approach. I'm trying to find a good source for German airport feed, but I don't see one. I haven't been able to come across one easily. Let's see. I'm going to try to, while we got some time here. Alright, Broadcastify. Broadcastify? No aviation feeds for Germany is what this says. There's got to be one somewhere.
4747, turn right at Hotel, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 1. Alright, Hotel, Charlie.
German airband communication.
47.
Oh wow, this says it is actually not legal to listen to air traffic in Germany. Let me show you guys that sign. So I think we will just continue to listen to Greece. Keep that in the background. These are almost done. Occasionally you do get this blacked out screen as it loads up. So that's nothing really to worry about. There's going to be a million aircraft flying around us. But once we have our olives, we get settled in. Next we're going for our beverage. We're going for the beer in Munich. Goes perfectly with well, anything, actually. About 60 airports left. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a quick break while this is loading up. See you in a second.
Correct, and only because the whiskey started using your speed 240 now. 240 indicate 3 whiskey. Descend 8,000 feet.
Alright, we are almost loaded. A couple more minutes. Wasting some fuel here on the ground, but that's the beauty of simulation. Simulated fuel loss or use. Alright, I'm going to get your options. Yeah, we know. Thank you. It's giving me the warning about frame rates. It's because this thing is cooking in the background. Get my notepad from yesterday.
Olivia 3 Whiskey, the right, heading 150. X-ray Echo Charlie India, continue.
I might even have a bonus place. Let's see. It's 8:30 in the morning here on the east coast of the U.S.
Taxis Gen 3, Bravo Roma, present heading, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1019, vectoring for LA Zulu, approach runway 21 right.
I can turn down the Greek chat. Does that work better?
98 Bradley, Tower, afternoon, runway 6, clear for land.
The land 6 to Chevrolet 798.
Copy Emirates 210, contact tower 136275, goodbye.
So after we get our beverage of choice, we're going to work on some side dishes. So we're going to do a couple flights here. Maybe just do the one, do a little tour. Could have done wine too, but I went with the grain-based beverage rather than the grape-based beverage. 213 out of 230 complete. We are VFR. Looks like we're going to take off. We're going to come down this runway. Might probably do a right-hand departure, follow this valley. So we're going to look for the valley.
Just to confirm, JetBlue 798 code land.
It's going to be quick.
798 affirmative, runway 6, clear for land.
Kind of stand under the radar. We're going to follow this. I don't know if it's a road or a river. I can't really tell from here, from this view. Ooh. Parking defined for 223, 225 out of 230. Just really beating up the sim. Whew, 227. Okay, enough of that. I'll stop. Let's see, local time in Athens, it looks like it's 12. Actually, that's just how long I've been listening. It looks like it's 21 Zulu. Whoa, hang on, throw the brake on for a second. Continuing our taxi. Up a little too high, my aircraft. Wants us to go left. So we have, if you can hear some of the squeaking, we have X-Plane Realistic in the background too. Hey Doc Jeep, welcome. I'm doing a tour of, a virtual flying tour of Thanksgiving. We're using Pilot to ATC for our map and for a little bit of guidance. Trying to get some proper taxi routes and stuff, but not doing, it's pretty casual today. The first course, we were flying in Greece. We were going with like some little appetizer, finger foods, some olives. And now to wash down our olives, we're in Munich, picking up some beer. Just loaded World Traffic 3 up, kind of ate a few of the frames. We have a pretty long taxi here in Munich. This is a huge airport. I'm using the NOAA weather plugin So we're using real weather today. Unless the weather gets really crappy, then we'll probably ditch that, but... Not sure if I can get a progressive taxi on this, or not.
Bravo Roma to right, heading 250, descend to 4,000 feet, clear the left 21 right, report established.
We're just going to do a little hop up to Echo Delta Papa, India.
JetBlue 798, you can change over to ground.
Tried to find some German air traffic control, but apparently there was a website that posted that it is actually not legal to listen to German air traffic control. I lowered my anti-aliasing down in order to try to keep the frame rates up today. I think I'm going to have to put it back up, but right now the frame rate's down pretty low, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to check my Windows Defender to make sure that thing is still off. Whoa, fast taxi, slow down. Windows Defender, open. Okay, it's off. Oh, it sounds like I just went off the runway. Whoa, 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 Mom! Help! Alright. Probably should have waited to start having this beer in Munich.
Runway 6, lined up 658.
Alright, we're almost at our, almost to our runway. What's good, I hear some jets taking off in the background, or at least spooling up. Oh, there's somebody going to be crossing us in front. The World Traffic 3 plugin is pretty neat. It's still, I think, got a little ways to go to get, I think, what people want from it. We're probably going to get blasted with the jet wash. Let's see what it does. Ooh, excuse me. I'm following the the pilot to ATC traffic guidelines here on the map. Using these for the directions. We're really just kind of going like a VFR. Is he going to do a run up? Wait here for a second. Let's see, what runway did it want me to be at too? I think it was, yeah, 26 left.
Asian 61 Papa Golf, right, 10 degrees, stand by for lower.
Right, 10 degrees, standing back for lower, Asian 61 Papa Golf.
With Asian 3 Bravo Roma, tower 136275, yes. Olympic 143, turn right, heading 270.
Let's see where...
Asian 61 Papa Golf, continue descent to flight level 110.
Continue descent follow 110, Asian 61 Papa Golf.
Swiss 186 Whiskey, descent to flight level 130.
Looking forward to...
What to expect lower after 1 minute.
Tower on 118.7, Cessna 12 Bravo.
Cessna 12 Bravo, contact tower on 118.7.
Tower on 118.7, Cessna 12 Bravo.
12 Bravo tower frequency is 118.7.
87, okie doke. I've got this jet apart.
About 70.
Thank you so much.
Olympic 049, descend now 4000, clear the left one right.
World Wide 27, you can proceed direct Bedford.
Looking forward to when World Traffic 3 integrates with Pilot to ATC. I'm gonna move this up one notch. I don't know if this will launch the sim, if it does anything.
Using speed 240, not less, descending 9 about.
Cessna 12 Bravo, ready for departure, 26 left. Ooh, 9 knots. Alright, 26 left, cleared to go. Let's see, taxi light off, landing light on, mixture up.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 26 left.
That bird's gone.
Olympic 143, descend 4,000 feet.
Alright, here we go. Caution, wake turbulence. And rotate up. Lifts off nicely. We're going to kind of follow the map here a little bit. Cessna 12 Bravo would like a right crosswind departure. Oh, looks like we got to go left.
Cessna 12 Bravo pattern direction is left, sorry.
And then we will, trying to follow the runway heading, and we're getting blown all over the place in this little wind. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight out, and then we're going to go to the right. It's casual. I think it's looks like a river. We're gonna go VFR on the river. Let's see, we're at about 1,000 feet above ground level. Zoom level 16 ortho. So while we're celebrating Thanksgiving with some olives first in Greece, and now we got some beer. It probably should be pretty fun to autopilot on. We'll just go 1,500 feet above ground level. Would have been fun to adjust the weight, so I'm going to head to 4. Heading, go. My total heading bug is all screwed up here. Hang on, I gotta hand fly this thing. I forgot to reset the heading on this. Zoom level 16 ortho looks pretty nice from up here. pretty. Reinheitsgebot. They're the German purity laws of 18 something. 17 something? Probably 17 something. Nah, 18 something. I don't think they were worried about purity back in the 1700s. Probably still worried more about survival. And drop down this. Depart pattern. Turn off the landing light. See if we can find this airport. 2300. Let's see, we are at 036.
88 Charlie Pop, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 2991. We'll work on a short cut, it'll probably be Norwich though.
There we go. Autopilot. We'll go altitude hold. We'll have heading bug. So the plan is we're going to follow this green valley, following the highway.
Bob, turn left, direct Norwich. Get 3 back, verify Goose 8, Charlie Bob, you got direct Norwich. Station 5, Papa X-ray, contact Boston, approach 12414.
Looks like the train line down here. It's nice to see the frame rates have come back up a little bit now that we're off the ground. Scanning for traffic. Let's see, that was EDDM. Let's check the radar. EDDM. Go. Pretty busy. Looks like we got somebody in front of us at 7,000, so they're up by the clouds. Gonna turn. Turn a little bit more.
Swiss 186 Whiskey, then left, hearing 250, clear at the left, 1 right, report established.
Hello, it's 717, Mike Kilo, I believe we have AS Oscar, we are level 10,000.
Global 717 Mike Kilo, Bradley approach, altimeter 29901, speed direct 10 up to the ILS, runway 6.
Okay, 2991 and direct to Penn, Mike Kilo.
And North Mike Kilo, you're about 20 miles to 94.
So the next leg that we're going to do is going to be an appetizer, or a side dish. It's going to be a side dish.
Yes, Bradley, altimeter 29901.
Hey, Captain Duckman, welcome to the food tour of Thanksgiving. Next up, we're going with a side dish. Did a little research last night, found a little, one of the origins of a side dish, and that's going to be next. So we started off in Greece, where we picked up a load of olives. Frequency change approved. So the second part of our trip, Captain Duckman, is getting a beverage. So we're in Munich.
Okay, we'll maintain 3,000 Mike Kilo.
Yeah, no, it's Thanksgiving wine. I could have had wine, but no. I went with beer and football. American football. Our airport should be coming up. Probably is at it right there.
Base 186, Whiskey contact tower 136, base 1275, goodbye.
I think that's it right there. Alright, autopilot off. This will be our first stop. The airport is EDPI Mooseburg.
Skywest 4896, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901, expect vectors ILS 196.
It's pretty casual. We have in the background, we are listening to LGAV approach, Athens, Greece. Tried to get some German air traffic control, but apparently it is not legal. So what is... The wind is 250. Yep, so left downwind will be perfect for this.
Brigade 4711, sliding 360, vector bomb approach course.
Heading 360, Brigade 4711.
Alright, so it looks like a little grass strip almost.
Yankee Tree 1, Tennick West over tower 134.85. 45, thanks.
So a little piece of the river right there. So we'll probably extend out, come across this pond and then down. Landing light back on. Fuel rich. And let's see the info. It is 1376 above in altitude.
Okay, 3,000 still established, clear for the ILS 6 approach, Mike Kilo.
Alright, first nacho flaps is going to be going in below 110. I'm happy with that.
Speed 210, Brigade 4711.
Level 7 Mike Kilo, maintain 180 knots or greater to Honey.
Okay, 1 year knots, greater to Honey, Mike Kilo.
It's going to be a kind of an interesting one to pick out of the...
Exec 789 descending through 15.5 to cross Stella at 11. We have Oscar. Set 789, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901, expect vectors ILS 196. We'll expect that for Exec 789. Skywest 4896, return right track Panna.
Still have plenty of fuel here. Gauges look good.
Alright, 170 knots, 020. These speeds are going to make it harder.
Zoom level 16 ortho. At this level, that looks like a tile seam right there. So this might be X-plane and this is probably ortho. I wasn't exactly sure where, what direction I had done my ortho. That looks like the runway over here.
Jet 789, descend to maintain 5,000. 5,000, Jet 789.
050 to intercept, Brigade 4711.
I'm not spying the airport yet. Oh, is that it right there? No. Should be over here a little bit. Ah, there it is right there. Alright. There was second nacho flaps. Keep an eye on the airport right there. Oh, need some power here. Need a little airspeed.
7 Mike Kilo, contact tower 10.3.
So the next side dish is a carrot. Carrots. Baked, boiled, whipped, milk added, cream, blended.
4711, contact tower 10.3.
Looks like I got the field made. A little fast on the descent. We got a lot of. This wind is pretty awesome today. I'm using the NOAA weather plugin in real weather. Live ATC has just disconnected for some reason. Field made. That's a cool airport. I'm liking it. A couple of little buildings. I don't like this bridge right next to it. That's a little disconcerting. Drop off the... coming in hot. Oh. Lost some airspeed right there. I was looking at the bridge. You're fired. Surprised I didn't get a flat tire on that.
501 Papa Golf, Bradley approach.
Good thing it was a soft field. I think we're going to do, we're going to spin around, we're going to go up to the next airport up here. And then we're going to go continue on with the tour. To get down to the end, we'll spin around, taxi light. Alright. Get back going to the north here.
West 4896, connect approach 123.95.
123.95, guys, 4890.
Reset the trim.
Papa Golf, descend to maintain 10 pounds.
Send to maintain 10, 10,000, Roger, on Papa Golf.
Reset jet 789, contact approach 123.95.
2395, 789. Spoiler approach, descend to maintain 4,000. Down to 4,000, guys, 4896. This guy was 4896, right at 180.
We'll just say we ran out of beer, had to stop here, and had to use the potty. The bridges are cool, but it was like a little distracting right there at the end. And come on, lift off. Little right rudder, maintain that heading.
Yankee 31, Bradley departure at contact, turn right heading 050 vector ILS 23.
Nice, we're back up. Back up. Was that a cliff right there? Yikes. Little plateau. Alright. Let's see if we can find this runway. We're going to follow this little curve right here.
Roger, over clearance for you in about 5 miles.
Gonna follow the river.
South 1 Papa Golf, fly heading of 110 vector to the down. Heading 110
Kilo, turn right at the hotel and remain this frequency.
Okay, right hotel or remain with you?
He's a 10 stop, correct?
Hey, 10 years.
That was 4896, clear visual approach runway.
Landing light off.
Visual runway 6,
Even though we're gonna need it in a second. Airport's probably right out the window there. That might be it. Does it say what the surface is? Info.
Number 7 Mike Kilo, taxi via Charlie, Echo, Tango, Lima to the ramp.
Charlie, Echo, Tango, Lima to the ramp.
following the river. Well, it looks good, actually. The ortho looks really nice with the river.
Exeter 78096 light conditions.
So I'm going to enter again on a left downwind. Try to land the aircraft without breaking it this time.
Exeter 789, you can still maintain 3000.
5-3, 789.
Right on tower, sky 4096 on the visual runway 6.
That was 48.
I know the burning question, where are carrots from?
Runway 6, cleared.
Well, there was two sources. Then I will, once I spawn in, you guys can take a guess. There's our airport.
Altimeter 299er1, runway 6, taxi via Charlie.
Follow the river.
Barry, it's Mark. We think that we're past all the bad stuff and it's going to be this. If you...
Put Athens back on here.
Front, turn right, heading 140.
3000, reduce speed to 170.
We'll follow the power lines here.
3000 down to 170, 89.
It said it was at 1,300 feet. Gonna have to deal with a little bit of the wires on the final here, but not too bad.
Right hotel, right Charlie, cross running 1 short 33, 47 left.
So the wind's coming almost directly into this on 25.
Yankee 315 from Belch, turn right heading T00, maintain 2,600 to establish an override declared ILS runway 23 approach.
The CRJ in front slowed to about 110 knots.
Gonna pick up an extended center line here. Place to rotate around.
Turn right heading 095, runway
Gotta come over the highway there.
095, runway 6.
And below 110 we are gonna drop in our first notch of flaps.
Exit 789, turn left heading 030 intercept.
030.
Alright, we're settled back in here.
789. Station 524, Mike Alpha Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901.
I think the edge of these, of the little forest here, seems like a reasonable extended center line.
Mike Echo, contact Boston, approach 14711, cross runway 33 at Charlie, taxi via Sierra to the right.
Exit 789, 4.5 miles from running.
Charlie, Sierra to the right.
Stop 1 to establish on localized cleared ILS runway 6 approach.
2.5 to establish 030 intercept and cleared ILS 6, exact 79. Yankee 31, contact West Over Tower.
Push West Over Tower.
Oh, I hear some traffic. Nice.
Exit 789, tower 120.3.
Tower 79.
It's the runway right there. We're in the German Valley here. Don't tell Mom, but we're gonna pick up some wine. So get some beer and wine. We're gonna please everybody this Thanksgiving. This time we're gonna try to land without wrecking everything. There comes the wind. Oh, a little push there. I don't know. I don't think I'm going that fast. Gosh. Plenty of airspeed this time. Just hit the weather button. Says it's at 6 knots. Feels every bit of 6 knots. Second notch of flaps below 80. There's that aircraft in sight. 12 o'clock. That's another nicely rendered airport here.
Skywest 4896, turn right, hotel, remain this frequency.
Acceptable. A little harsh.
4 Mike Alpha descend now to maintain 10,000.
Again, as that turn towards final, I started losing a lot of airspeed. I really needed to watch that. Alright. Next up on the tour. Let's see, I'm going to have to find it on, like, Sky Vector. Let's see, I'm going to pull these things up. The flaps. Takeoff trim is good. Get off the runway. Do we need to legit park here, or are we just going to go blow by this? Oh, we'll just take a quick look at the at some of the scenery. X-Plane, what an amazing job. This is all just stock scenery other than the ortho. I didn't import any extra airports. Alright, we're going to go to the home of carrots. Yeah, the home of carrots. We're at least one of the origins of carrots. I just have to find it on Sky Vector, find an appropriate airport. Be back in a second. Let's say... Where is... Got so many tabs open up this morning. We're not going there, we're not going there, we're not going there, we're going... I'll just look it up right now. Alright, the home of carrots is, or the origin of carrots, according to what I looked up. Nope. Oh, come on. There it is. Wait. It's a 3-letter designation. Tehran. Yep, that's right. From what I found, carrots originated in Iran or Persia. The garden center. Yeah, so carrots. Whether you like them whipped, boiled, baked, raw carrots. It's going to be our first side dish. So we got olives and grease. I downloaded Ortho from Tehran. Oh, cool. Mountains. I like it. Alright, throwing. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Let's see. We just connected right away. Kavak, 6 knot wind. That's a different. The weather was different. Alright, there we go. Now what's the weather? Not available. No worries, said the pilot. Let's see, lower my seat down again. Fire this thing up. Alternator, or excuse me, battery on, beacon on, fuel pump. I can't hear the fuel pump. There it is. Off. Crack the throttle. 1, 2, 3. It's weird on the restart how it does that. There we go. Cranked up. Fired pretty much right up. That's good. It's a well-maintained Cessna. We're getting a lot of mileage today. So we're going to do a little flight around Persia, Iranian airspace. We can go a little farther than that. Let's go OIID.
Worldwide 27, you can proceed direct Bedford, contact Boston approach 124.
Let's see, I'll take a quick look and see if I can find
Affirmative, remain on tower.
Again, it looks like it might not be legal. I guess it's one of those things that that we appreciate here on Squawking 1200 is being able to download air traffic control. Elevation 3,962. That 100 correction there. We're at 10 on the heading. Dink. Alright, let's see if we can get some taxi instructions here. Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to taxi. Cessna 12, oh, forgot to repeat that back.
Cessna 12 Bravo, contact Mirabith ground on 121.7 for taxi clearance.
Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to taxi.
Ground on 121.7 for taxi clearance, Cessna 12 Bravo.
Cessna 12 Bravo taxi to runway 11 left via taxiways 33, 13, 12, 29er, 28.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
32. Hold short runway 11.
Sound like an old girlfriend's phone number.
Right, and runway 11 right, and runway 11 left.
Taxi to runway 11.
I think we got a couple of extras in there. So get this thing cranked up. Taxi light on.
Right and runway 11 right and runway 11 left, Cessna 12 Bravo.
A little bit of, I wonder if we should lean. We're at 4,000 feet already.
Line up and wait.
So we're picking up some carrots here at the origin of carrots, Iran, Persia.
Number 628 Roman tropical hold position on runway 6. Fairwings 161 Bradley Tower, runway 6, line up away, traffic.
I'm going to give the Autogen a big thumbs up too on this one. This looks really good. Yeah, I think the more I do some of these global flights, the more I really appreciate how difficult X-Plane must be to program.
November 1 Mike Charlie, turn right on hotel, contact ground point 9.
Right on hotel over ground, 461 Mike Charlie.
Alger 6 Julia Romeo, wind 3503, fly, runway heading, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, 3360.
Can't tell if that's a runway or a taxiway. Not going to chance it. I'm going to stay on the side here. Cleared to cross, one left. Where do I cross?
Breakout 47, 47.
Looks like right here. Good.
12 Bravo, clear to cross runway 11 left.
Position.
Cleared to cross runway 11 left Cessna 12 Bravo.
Clear wing 161, turn right, heading 095, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 6, heading 095, Spirit Wings 161.
Hard to tell where,
November 6 Julia Romeo, contact departure.
Hey, Play Around Gaming. Welcome to the food tour of the world. We're doing a global, kind of a global Thanksgiving. We're using some pilot to ATC to kind of guide some of this. A little bit of inaccuracies here and some of the taxiways. Kind of sent us a convoluted way to get to our runway. I think we just, well, I guess this is the official taxiway. Slow down here a little bit.
Spirit Wings 161, contact departure.
So we first started in with kind of like finger food appetizers. We started in Greece with olives. So after we did a couple little hops in Greece, we needed some beverages. So we stopped at a couple airports in Germany. Picked up some wine, some beer first in Munich. Not really well marked here. The other thing I want to do is maybe fire up the World Traffic 3. Is this dirt or is this runway? This feels like dirt. Don't get stuck in the dirt.
Alright. Turn right at hotel, taxi via Charlie, cross runway 1. Alright, hotel, Charlie, cross runway 8. Give you 1, breakout 47.
Crossing again. And now we should be getting close to our proper runway. Got some little bit of low-lying clouds there. Slow down. Somehow we're on the wrong side of the hold short line. I think that's going to mess up pilot to ATC. We'll see. See if we can get a departure here. Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to depart, 11 left.
Cross 1833, Sierra, steering fuel, bring up 47.
Cleared to cross, 11 left, Cessna 12 Bravo. Cessna 12 Bravo,
Cessna
ready for
12
departure,
Bravo,
11 left.
Runway 11 left.
Tower on 118.1, Cessna 12 Bravo.
Cessna 12 Bravo, contact tower on 118.1.
Cessna 12 Bravo, ready for departure. Alright, so we've got a 11 left, takeoff.
Cessna 12 Bravo, winds are 180 at 6 knots, altimeter 2985, clear.
Throw on some visibility.
Runway 11 left.
Worldwide 27.
The winds are out of 180.
Left Cessna 12 Bravo.
It's kind of keeping us on our toes here.
Bedford, contact.
Looks like almost like a right crosswind. Yeah, it is. Excuse me. And let's see, now that we have our carrots from Persia, whoa, don't dip the wing.
Affirmative, remain on tower.
So let's see, next mission will be to find an airport. We're gonna go to that one. Up on our left, just before we get out of town. It's really pretty interesting on the power curve here.
What are you going to some gate other than 21 or 23?
20, Alpha 20.
I'm gonna stay on this heading. I think we're gonna enter a right downwind. Where is that? Doshan Tapa? There's a little pool of water down there. Something blue.
Charlie, wind calm, altimeter 2991. Essentially the same weather.
Some terrain. Terrain in Tehran. Let's see. We're looks pretty good. The mountains look awesome. This is a zoom level 16. It's this huge city. Didn't realize how epically large this is. See.
Saturation 5, Papa X-ray, reduced speed 210 now.
Trying to follow some of the roads. I think that's might be the airport right there. We're going to enter on a right downwind. 1900 RPM. So now that we have our carrots in Tehran, it seems like too short of a flight. I think we're going to go out a little further. It might be nice. Just see about going out to these mountains.
Hey, 3-1 approach.
No, that's about a point turn inbound here. If you're happy with it, like to run on the 3-1 spot. About 5 to 7 miles and then reverse course.
Frequency change approved.
And then turn in and make the drop.
Thank you, 3-1. Approved as requested.
3-1.
Cessna 12 Bravo, enjoy your morning. Frequency change approved.
It's 88 Charlie Pop, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 2991.
Feels almost like the controllers today are like really sensitive. But I'd just give a brief quick check of my sensitivity settings on these. Joystick. What did I tell you? Oh, that's the pedals. Yeah, the pedals I'm gonna crank these up. And then yeah, these are got lowered down. I think we were rolling these up the other night at a higher response. It seemed a little heavier, more real. Alright, that's a little better.
Verify you say Charlie Pop, you got direct normal. Station 5, Papa X-ray, contact Boston, approach.
The control settings were recommended by Glaswegian and Aviator. I had mine down a little low. By moving the sliders to the right, it actually increases the organic feel. Catching some organic carrots in Iran. We're in NOAA weather, so I don't know if that does anything for us in Iran. Doing a little fly around.
Hello, it's 717 Mike Kilo. I believe we have a Oscar. We are level 10,000.
The terrain looks awesome. I'm using the
Okay, 2991 and direct to Mike Kilo.
a different sky color mapping. I got it from the Ultimate mod.
Okay, 10 at or above 3,000.
So I just replaced my sky colors. Ultimate mod did not want to play nicely for me, so I ditched it.
Set 3000 for 4711. United 494, turn left track Beers.
You guys think you'll be able to get down in time from there? Do you want me to vector you a little bit?
Bradley Yankee 31, so ready to make a left-hand turn from first course, head inbound from the aircraft.
Yankee 31, Steve Club.
31. That's our experience, Mike Kilo.
Understood, Mike Kilo. You can still maintain 3,000.
Okay, we'll maintain 3,000, Mike Kilo.
Gonna head to the mountains and we're gonna do a little landing. This is where some of the best carrots come from globally. Right down these little ridges here. Right here. It's cooler. They get a little bit more moisture year round. Makes for epic growing conditions. I do tend to make things up as I fly, so I would not believe that. Looks like a molar right there, one of your back teeth right there. Dentist is probably going, I don't know about that, it might be a cavity. These could be some carrot rows right here.
Tuesday, Charlie Pop, contact Providence, approach 123.67.
The smoothness of the mesh is pretty nice. It's using the default mesh. Alright, should be coming out of our right hand window. Yeah, there's the airport. Next up we have another side dish.
Golden 7 Mike Kilo, 11 miles from Honey, maintain 2,000, spots, commercial 3,000, still established, unlocalized, cleared ILS runway 6 approach.
Okay, 3,000 still established, clear for the ILS 6 approach, Mike Kilo.
Brickyard 4711, reduce speed to 210.
Speed 210.
Still no weather available. That's okay.
Golden 7 Mike Kilo, maintain 180 knots or greater to Honey.
Okay,
When we took off, it said it was at 180, so.
Executive 789 descending through 15.5 to cross Stella at 11. We have Oscar.
Coming in direct, below 110, we'll throw in our first notch of flaps.
Skywest 4896, turn right, track Panna.
Trim up.
All the way, maintain 170 knots, lighting 020.
179.
Gonna have to lose a bunch of altitude in order to make this.
Roger, then you can remain on your present heading of 365.
360 heading.
We'll do it in our little Cessna. Alright, this time we're going to nail the landing. Landing light on, check. First notch of flaps, check. Fuel selector to both, doors and windows shut. Sterile cockpit. Passengers have their seatbelts on and seats in the upright position, making sure everybody is prepared. Still pretty high up here. Wind should be coming slightly from our left, from like 11 o'clock at the airport, almost directly into it.
7 Mike Kilo, contact tower 120.3.
2055.
Alright, at 80 we're going to hit our second notch of flaps.
Go 4711, contact tower 120.3.
20.3, currently on
Kilo, Bradley Tower, wind 05. Go 4711, nice clear ILS, runway 6 approach, 6 miles from Honey.
6 from Honey, clear for the ILS 6, and switch to tower, go 4711, connection.
Good.
Yeah, it feels like we're coming in at a crab.
Executive 79, turn right, turn 4711, with you, ILS 6.
Executive 79. Figure 4711, Bradley Tower, wind 050 at 3, runway 6, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 6, Victor 4711.
Evening, Bradley, November 501, Papa Golf, checking in 12.8 for 11, 11,000 there, Papa, Worcester.
Gulfstream 818, Mike Echo, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901. 501, Papa Golf, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901. You expect the ILS runway 29er at Worcester.
Alright, we'll expect ILS 29 at Worcester, 501, Papa Golf.
Crosswind correction here. Round off, pull the power. Fly it down, hold it, and back pressure, back pressure.
West 4896, connect approach 123.95.
Good, alright, next stop.
Delta 1, Papa Golf, just going to maintain 10 now.
Send to maintain 10,000, 501, Papa Golf.
Executive 789, contact approach 123.95.
2395, 79.
Alright, we're gonna turn off the radios, shut down. Whoa, didn't want to hit that one. But we'll take it. Idle, cut off. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Let's see, the next stop on our tour. Let me find the aircraft ICOA. Make sure I have that right. I have notes here. So we got carrots from Persia. Next, we're going to be hopping all over the planet here. It's awesome. Alright. The next most important side dish . That's right. Boise. We're going to Idaho. We're going to get some potatoes. Probably a 12-pound bag. Let's take a look at the Boise scenery when this thing loads. Again, zoom level 16. Getting reasonable frame rates currently. Plug in. World traffic setup Boise. I don't know what else is around here. Let's see. I'm gonna go here. KMUO. Create flights. So let's say we got olives and grease, carrots, beer, and now we're getting potatoes. Hey Linus, how are you? Welcome to the channel. We're doing a Thanksgiving tour of the world, I guess. We started off in Greece. We got some finger food, some snacks. We got olives. Then we flew up to, we took a little hop in Munich. We got some beer. We stopped in Moselle and got some wine in Germany. Then we went and got, we found the origin of carrots, which is in Persia. So we stopped in Tehran, picked up a load of carrots. Now the next side dish that we're going to get is in Boise, Idaho. We're picking up potatoes. I'm going to try this method of starting the Airfoil Labs 172 and fuel pump off. 1, 2, 3. I find when the artificial horizon starts spinning, that is the signal to start advancing the mixture. See you, Linus. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Thanks for checking us out for a minute. I'm going to reconnect because we've got all the wrong airports listed here. Here we go. Start with our Boise ATIS. Not wind.
Boise Air Terminal, Gowan Field, Information Mike. 1400 Zulu weather. Wind 360 at 5. Visibility 9. Sky conditions 200 view. 10,000.
So Information Mike. Okay, Boise.
Altimeter 3028.
Ground. Let's get some taxi instructions. Then I think we go to right here. MUOA. Cessna 12 Bravo, ready to taxi. Taxi to runway 28 left via taxiways November, Alpha, Mike, hold short, 28 right, and runway 28 left, Cessna 12 Bravo. Alright, that seemed to work. It's in green. Show me my taxiways. Going straight ahead here. Slight discrepancies on some of the scenery. This is one state I've never been to. Nope, nope, nope. Scratch that, I have been to Idaho.
Roman tropical hold position on 186.
We're using X-Plane Realistic.
Square wings 161 Bradley Tower, runway.
See if it clears us to cross. Cessna 12 Bravo, holding short to cross 28 right.
Traffic departs, runway 33.
Roger, Spirit Wings 161, line up and wait, runway 06.
November 1 Mike Charlie, turn right on hotel, contact ground point.
Cleared to cross 28 right, Cessna 12 Bravo.
1 Mike Charlie.
I'll repeat that back.
Cessna 12
Yeah, if it doesn't come up green, you might want to read it back again, or use the save feature.
Cleared to cross runway 28 right, Cessna 12.
Tower on 118.1, Cessna 12 Bravo. See, it didn't come up green that time.
Cessna 12 Bravo, contact tower on 118.1. Have a great flight.
Tower on
Flip our channel here.
Cessna 12 Bravo.
Get that. I'm going to check my heading here. It's not right. 197, 200. Back it off a little bit. Cessna 12 Bravo, ready for departure. 28 right.
Worldwide 27, you can
Oh
proceed direct
crap.
Bedford,
Should be 2 left.
contact Boston approach 124.4.
Cessna 12 Bravo, holding short. Runway 28 left, ready for departure.
Cessna 12
There we go,
Bravo,
that's fine.
line up and wait. Runway 28 right.
Cleared for takeoff, 28 left, Cessna 12 Bravo. Didn't come up green again.
Cessna 12 Bravo, winds are 010 at 5 knots, altimeter 3028, cleared for takeoff. Runway 28 left.
Taxi light off, landing light on, mixture rich.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 28 left, Cessna.
Double check the
12 Bravo.
takeoff trim. Takeoff trim is set. Doors, windows secure. Plenty of fuel. Everything looks good to go. The Potato Express is on its way. Ticking around with a couple things here. It's screwing me up. And well, gotta rotate a tiny bit earlier. Alright, can anybody guess where we're going next? As far as food. We're just going to fly around Idaho, trying to pick up potato farms as we go. That over there is the potato processing plant. They process approximately 100,000 pounds of potatoes in 2 weeks. Fly runway heading. Not even close, dude. What? Get a little right rudder here to compensate. There we go. And we said we were going to just hop on over to this place here. So we're going to make a left departure. Cessna 12 Bravo would like a left departure.
Cessna 12 Bravo cleared for left turnout. Monitor this frequency until clear of the terminal area. Left turnout approved. Will monitor this frequency.
So the next stop is going to be something that you put on potatoes. You put it on the meat. then we're going to go back to where it's originally from, or where it, the closest that I could find without doing a insane amount of research to where it originated. So if you're going to be excited after this landing, we're going to go back to Europe. So far the weather has been really friendly. 8 degrees Celsius. Trim up the aircraft a tiny bit there. All below us there are some potato farms. We're using the default clouds. They do have slightly different color bitmap to them. Let's see, we're going into this place, KMUO.
Thanks, 3-1, approach.
No, that's our point turn inbound here. If you're happy with it, like to run on that.
Cessna 12 Bravo, request the frequency.
Thank you, 3-1, approved as request.
3-1.
Cessna 12 Bravo, roger. Report when back with me. Will report back on frequency Cessna 12 Bravo.
Okay, 8 Charlie Pop, Bradley Bush, Bradley Altimeter 29901. We'll work on a short, that'll probably be Norwich though.
Cessna 12 Bravo, back on frequency.
Cessna 12 Bravo would like to leave frequency.
Not watch you on going.
Report when back with me. Will report back on frequency.
I was hoping that it would release me from...
Cessna 12 Bravo, roger.
Yeah, thank you. KMU.
Cessna 12 Bravo, have a good morning. Frequency change approved.
KMUO Tower.
Worldwide 27, you can proceed direct Bedford.
Cessna 12 Bravo at 4,000.
124.4.
Cessna 12 Bravo, request landing at active runway.
Cessna 12 Bravo, good morning. Squawk 1200.
Affirmative, remain on tower.
Cessna 12 Bravo inbound for visual straight in runway 12.
Cessna 12 Bravo report 8-mile final for runway 12.
Well, right there's a good spot here, shuttle. They're going to go to runway 6.
That's 5, Papa X-ray, proceed direct Bradford.
What are you going to tell me?
It's going to be over here somewhere.
20 Alpha.
Way in there.
In that case, taxi to the ramp. Sorry.
Okay, going to the ramp there. So
We're in the Idaho Valley here.
Report 8-mile final for runway 12 Cessna 12 Bravo.
Let's check our info button. We're at 2,875 feet, 5 knot wind at 10.
Center 494, Bradley Ground, runway 6, taxi via Sierra Charlie.
Cessna 12 Bravo, 8-mile final.
Essentially the same weather. Citation 5, Papa X-ray, reduced speed 210 now. Tank 3-1, report.
no, that's our point turn inbound here. If you're happy with it, like to run on the 315. About 5 to 7 miles and then reverse course just for time. You can check what's done and then turn in and make the drop.
Thank you, 3-1, approved as requested.
3-1.
Okay, 8 Charlie Pop, Bradley approach, Bradley Altimeter 29901.
There it is.
We'll work on a short, that'll probably be...
Cessna 12 Bravo, turning final 12. I'm watching for Spudniks. They're all around me. It's a conspiracy. First notch of flaps.
Bravo winds are 100 at 10 knots, cleared to land runway 12.
Is this the... This might not even be our runway. It's a little bit weird. Let me see what this thing says. I haven't used this thing yet. Yeah, no, this is not the right one. Going up. Flaps up. That one's not even on my map. That's why I was a little bit confused here. I see a lot of Sputniks on my screen. I need to clean my screen. Is that moisture? Oh boy. That might be visible moisture.
Santa 494, Bradley Tower, winds on runway 6. Code 14. Evening, Hartford, Picture 4711 with 13.5, descending Madison at 11,000 with Oscar.
I expected Idaho to have a lot more mountains around it. I know parts of Idaho, lots of mountains, but I expected to see more, especially rolling up to the horizon. I think we're just going to do full mashed potato, butter. But the next stop is going to be the origin, or at least the origin that I could find, of gravy.
Hello, it's 717, Mike Kilo. I believe we have a Oscar. We are level 10,000.
Global 717, Mike Kilo, Bradley Approach, altimeter 29901. Two direct antenna for the ILS, runway 6.
Okay, 2991 and direct antenna, Mike Kilo.
And North 7, Mike Kilo, you're about 20 miles from 94, contact 2,000, clear straight in ILS, runway 6 approach.
Okay.
I don't know how I got cleared to land. Boy, these guys on their air traffic control are not on their game today.
And just confirm 2991.
Yes, Bradley, altimeter 29901.
2991, Mike Kilo.
Brickyard 4711, descent maintain 3,000.
Descent 3,000, Brickyard 4711. United 494, turn left track gears.
Do you guys think you'll be able to get down in time from there? Do you want me to vector you a little bit?
Bradley Yankee 31, we're going to make a left-hand turn on the first course, head inbound for the airdrop.
Thanks, 31, please, bud.
31. That's our expense, Mike Kilo.
And North 7, Mike Kilo, you can still maintain 3,000.
Okay, we'll maintain 3,000, Mike Kilo.
Yeah, Carmiser, sometimes I don't find potatoes appealing. Horrible food jokes are appropriate today. Mountain Home Air Force Base.
Bradley approach, Scouts 4896 is with you, descending at a 13,000 across Stella 11,000 Oscar.
Scouts 4896, Bradley approach, by the altimeter 29901, expect vectors ILS runway 6.
We'll expect ILS 6, Scouts 4896.
United 494, contact Boston Center 132.6.
Alright, 10-15 more miles. About pattern altitude again. Oh boy, what was that? Gosh, I feel like we just got hit with a missile.
30 Set the localizer.
Okay, 030 to join, Mike Kilo.
Brickyard 4711, sliding 360, that's bomb approach course.
Sliding 360, Brickyard 47.
Flaps look like they're still intact.
Down to 5,000, goes 48 minutes.
It's like a side burst. I don't know.
134.85.
45, thanks,
The plane just rocked. Let's take a look and see if there's anything in our maintenance tab.
Kilo, 11 miles from Honey, maintain 2,000.
Oh, that looks good.
3,000, so south, something localized. Cleared ILS, runway 6 approach.
Yeah, I know you did. I don't know if some kid was shooting him with a potato gun. I wonder if there's any failures. I mean, it could have just been some kind of like a weird crosswind.
Speed 210, Brickyard 47.
Engine. No, that's good.
Global 7 Mike Kilo, maintain 180 knots or greater to Honey.
Huh?
Okay, 1 year not.
Controls all look good.
Greater to Honey, Mike Kilo.
All of a sudden it just jolted.
ExecJet 789 descending through 15.5 to cross Stella at 11. We have Oscar. ExecJet 789, Bradley Book, Bradley altimeter 29901. Expect vectors ILS 196. We'll expect that for ExecJet 789. SkyWest 4896, turn right, track Penna.
All the way, maintain 170 knots, sliding 020.
170 knots, 020. These speeds are going to make it harder for us to get down.
Field should be in sight.
360 heading.
360 heading. It's on to 170, Brickyard 4711.
There it is, that's it.
ExecJet 789, descend to maintain 5,000. 5,000, ExecJet 789.
050 to intercept, Brickyard 4711.
Mixture, landing light on. Make sure
Clear to
that's...
land runway 12 Cessna
There's the
12.
runway. First notch of flaps. Trim the aircraft a little bit.
Mike Kilo, contact Tower 120.3.
2035.
So I might not be able to finish my tour of food today.
Brickyard 4711, contact Tower 120.3.
I might be able to get one more spot
Brickyard 4711,
spawned in before I have to go to work.
6 miles from Honey.
6 from Honey, clear for the ILS 6 and switching to Tower.
I know work getting in the way of flight simming since the beginning of flight simming. Second notch of flaps, we got 2 white, 2 red, looking good. Just don't screw up the airspeed. Hope we don't get any more potatoes tossed at our aircraft. Flying over a crop circle here, that's probably not good.
ExecJet 79.
Brickyard 4711, Bradley Tower, window 050 at 3, runway 6, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 6, pre-good 47.
Alright, good airspeed this time.
Level 501 Papa Golf, checking in 12.8 for 11, 11,000 Papa, switching.
Gulfstream 818, Mike Echo, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901.
Trim the aircraft up a tiny bit. Still a little low.
501 Papa Golf, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 29901.
Now I'm really low.
The ILS runway 29.
Start to come up a little bit. Hold this up.
Alright, we'll expect ILS 29 at Worcester 501 Papa.
65 knots. And should be getting too white. Really doesn't matter now. We're almost there's too white coming over the threshold. We have the field made. We're going to throw in the last bit of flaps here, retrim the aircraft. Got 60, lower the nose a little bit, keep the airspeed up. Keep the airspeed up.
Send to maintain 10,000, pressure on.
Is that 1079, contact approach 123.95.
2395,
And coming over the threshold, textbook pull the power. Start rounding off.
Heading 180, guys, 4896.
Rounding off. Don't flare too early. Oh, I think we flared a little early. Yep. That's one of the hardest things still to judge is the flare.
Yankee 31, Bradley departure, radar contact, turn right heading 050, vector ILS 2 tree.
Hey, pilot ATC kicked right in there. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna have to get ready for work after I park this thing. Gonna continue on in Paris. Next leg when I get a chance.
Maintain 5,000.
There's other clearance for you in about 5 miles.
Tonight we're actually doing first Thanksgiving. We're doing Maine lobsters. Where's my runway exit?
Turn right at the hotel.
Honey, you missed the exit.
Hey, right hotel or remain with you?
He's a tanker south, correct?
Hey, tanker south.
Go with 4896, clear visual approach, runway 6.
Visual runway 6, got it, 4896.
Gotta be coming up pretty soon. But now that we have our olives, our beer, wine, carrots, and potatoes, loading up this Cessna. Cessna 12 Bravo exit when able. Was that an exit on the right? Yeah, it looks like one. Didn't see any yellow line though. We have one coming up here.
Go with 4896, 120.3.
Is that it?
North Tower, 4896.
Exactly 78096 light conditions.
There's a little discrepancy in like the map and
Might end up being BMC, but we're in the rain at the moment.
Roger.
take a look here.
Exactly 789, you can maintain 3000.
5-3, 679.
Right on Tower, guys, 4896 on.
There's no exit.
Dallas 4896, Bradley Tower, wind 040 at 4, runway 6, clear to land.
We're land runway 6, Skywest 4896.
Waterski 4350, Bradley ground 8, the passengers current, wind 040 at 4, altimeter 299er1, runway 6, taxi via Charlie.
Mary, it's Mark. We think that we're past all the bad stuff and it's going to be fit. If you...
on, turn right, heading 140.
There we go, I'll take this exit.
3000, reduce speed to 170.
Let's get down to 330 down, or 3000 down to 170. 89.
Is this an exit or a runway? Cessna 12 Bravo, clear of active. Ground on 120.5.
Bridge 4711.
One Bravo Golf, change your mark frequency 119.
Cessna 12 Bravo, welcome to Mountain Home.
Cessna 12 Bravo, request
Ground on 120.
general aviation parking.
Warning.
Following two different maps, it's totally like crazy here. We're in a Cessna, we can do that. Hey, JFig 119. Explain life when your maps don't match up. This looks like a taxiway right here, maybe. Gravel taxiway? It's probably for the potatoes. Welcome to KMUO, home of the world famous Boise potatoes. Filled with chili, cheese. See, there's a potato truck right there. I don't know what scenery library that's from, but they do pop up in different spots. Looks like if I go left here. Don't ground loop, don't ground loop. Is this a... Yeah, when your ortho doesn't really match up. So JFGGG 119. We are doing a food tour, Thanksgiving tour of the world. According to my map, I should be on solid tarmac. According to X-Plane, I am in like somewhere hell. Alright, that's pretty good. 10:22. Yeah, I don't have enough time to continue on. The next leg of the tour will be in Paris, home of gravy. Grave. I looked it up last night, and it could be the origin, one of the origins of gravy, loosely translated into like a sauce. Somehow there was like a translation error, not surprisingly. So I'm just going to say, call it Paris. So maybe what we'll do, we will take the time, we'll spawn into Paris so we can pick up a little bit quicker next time. So let's spawn into Paris, and that is LFPG. LFPG. Charles de Gaulle. Nice. And this should have some dynamite scenery, because I believe X-Plane 11 now has Paris landmarks. I'm hoping. It was one of the reasons why I picked gravy and not butter from Wisconsin. So after, this is my last part of the side dishes. So carrots, potatoes, my two sides of choice. Next up will be the main course after we do some Paris flying. I'm going to check my, before I totally abandon my simulator here, I'm going to check my work email. Last year they decided to cut the work day short. Even though we got messages yesterday saying they were not going to. Let's say so far. No notification of a shortened workday. Okay. Got a couple of I do some level 1 tech support at a university. That's part of my day job. I'm also a photographer. Alright, here we are, Charles de Gaulle Airport. Not really happy with this movement here. I don't know if you guys can pick that up as much as I see it. I'm sure you do. I'm sure if you have any X-Plane experience, you know, like some of that weird aliasing. My plan is to go to my desktop. I'm going to open up my NVIDIA control panel. NVIDIA control panel. Poof. Program settings. I don't know if you guys have tried this. So we got X-Plane. Anti-aliasing. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put enhance the application setting. Then I'm going to go with 4X. Let's see, and apply. I don't know if that's going to hurt my frame rates or help it. Or if it does anything with the AA. Still have threaded optimization off. Should that do anything? I would give that a no, though our frame rates kind of went up a tiny bit as we sit here. Charles de Gaulle General Aviation Parking. So maybe go graphics. I got everything really cranked up here, so I'm going to go 8. This maximum, the HDR thing, is one of the frame killers. Yeah, it looks like that's killing the frames, but this calmed down. So I think I'm going to go back to NVIDIA control panel. I'm going to turn these back off. Application controlled. I'll leave that there. And get rid of that. It might not fully take effect until, but it looks, to my eye, a little less. Here's our airport. Sweet, it's another huge one. Good gravy. Look at all these runways. That's a busy place. 17 frames. With the anti-aliasing turned way up. I'm going to go down with the HDR. There we go. That puts us way back up to where we want to be. Alright. Carmiser, thanks for stopping by. JFGG119, thanks for stopping by. Linus0210, thank you for stopping by. Captain Duckman, thank you. Anybody else that's taking the time out today, I'm going to upload this first part of Thanksgiving to YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed, had a little bit of fun. Hope occupied a couple minutes of your day. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. Bye.